Hello there, my darlings. How you guys doing? Well, me, as for myself, y'all, I'm trying to get better. I'm praying that I do better. I'm claiming that I am doing better. But I still can't eat, y'all. I'm still trying to get my food to stay down. So y'all, please pray for me because I'm getting smaller and smaller, and with me not being able to keep anything down, my rejection meds are having a hard time staying down. And we do not want to go back into rejection. So I speak against this, whatever this digestion issue is, I speak against it. And I'm digesting God. How about that, y'all? I'm feeding off the word. Y'all can't tell. I'm wasting away. I'm feeding off the word, y'all. The word is keeping me healthy. The word is keeping me happy. The word is making me not just be what this is that I'm going through. The word has given me so much strength and so much confidence. I have shielded myself with the word. I have covered myself with the word. The word is soaking in me. If you cut me, I'm not going to bleed. I'm just going to pour out word. All I got is the word, y'all. And that's what I'm eating. That's my medicine. Y'all ain't nothing but word. I want to come on here to encourage somebody that is sick. Somebody that is going through it. Baby, you ain't the only one. But I'm going to tell you, it gets better. Every day ain't no bad day. And if you going through a sickness, you better not be sitting at home looking like that darn sickness. Nobody better not be able to look at you and be able to tell exactly what you going through, right? So y'all, that's what I'm trying to do today. Even though the feelings is I'm reaching for them feelings, I'm gonna make it through this day. Okay, this whatever, however I'm feeling, it's not going to steal my joy. But I want to talk about something, y'all. For some reason, all of a sudden, I have started getting some little things about people asking me what the name of my book was, right? Yeah, I wrote a book a couple years ago. I think it was through the pandemic. It's what helped me get through the pandemic. When they cut my income off, I didn't have no income through the pandemic. So I said, you know what? Instead of me focusing on what the world is doing, how about I do my own shutdown and just go focus on what does work. Go focus on all them beautiful experiences that I've had. So that's what my 2020 was about. My 2020 was actually about having 2020 vision. Like I was really looking into the miracles and how God brought me out of everything that I've been through, how He saved me, how He protected me from certain people, how I feel like I was thrown away. I feel like I was worth nothing because of my surroundings and my environment was telling me that. But when I look at the innermost parts of it, I was always okay. Even though I was physically not okay, spiritually I was okay. And y'all, we don't get it until after the fact. You know, you have to go through it, but it's after the fact. But I learned that I like to call people black sheets because I consider myself like not like everybody else. And I don't mean it as a put down or a let down or something to make you feel low. To me, a black sheep is a blessing. To me, a black sheep is rare. To me, a black sheep, and all you got is white sheep, and all of a sudden, you get one brown sheep, one black sheep. one spotted sheep, a sheep that got spots on it. It's not all the way white. You know what I'm saying? Not all the way clean, not all the way perfect. But if you get dirty, you get to see the stains, or maybe you are the stain and you need to get clean. So the reason I'm making this video today was because I thought about my book that I wrote during the pandemic. People been asking me all of a sudden out the blue, what's the name of my book? I wrote this book a couple years ago. Now this book was coming along as I was also learning that your environment is alive. Like things in your environment is alive. Like your couch, your table, your spoon. You can call me crazy. It doesn't matter. It's real and it does work. And I'm not the only one that knows that. So say what you want to say. But if you want to learn something, drop the I know it all and just listen to me. Because y'all, I do sound like a crazy lady, don't I? I'm telling you, your table is alive and your spoons and forks is alive. Excuse me, y'all. I don't mean like they jumping up saying hello, hello, hello. But everything has a vibration to it. You are energy. You are vibration and you are emotion. Nature is vibration. The atmosphere is vibration. The planet is vibration. The earth is vibration. So if you think in vibratory terms, everything has a vibration on it. Man made everything. Your hands had to touch it. That gave it a vibration. You had to imagine it. That gave it a vibration. It had to be a thought before it could become a thing. So the invisible is real. Is real. Is real. Okay, is real. Let's see what Hebrews blowing up. But is real. Everything is real. Spirit is real. Everything is hollow. And it's in the secret prayer, in the Lord's Prayer, hallowed be thy name. Meaning spirit can enter anything. Spirit can use anything. So I was used by this book. And this was at the time that I was learning that things are alive. I was like taunted by a cell phone and that book that I wrote. Y'all, I had no control over that book. I guess that's why I don't advertise the book, because I don't want to put my my energy on the book. Even though the book came from me, the book got a mind of its own. Y'all can go read the book. It's called Primordial Knowledge. Everybody been asking me what the name of this book is. And it's from posts that I made 2-3 years ago. Now all of a sudden everybody wants to know what the name of the book was. So the name of the book is called Primordial Knowledge, Getting to Know Consciousness by Latasha Talley. I speak about my experiences. There's no lies in this book. And I speak about how I see things, how I view things, the mystical things that happen around me, and how I just pay attention to stuff. The stuff that happened out of the corner of my eye, you better not let me see it in the corner of my eye, because I investigate shadows. I investigate what I thought. I investigate, you heard that? Did you see that? I'm that type of person. I don't turn nothing away. If it walked by me and I glimpsed at it, I'm going to pay attention. So this is me. I'm just a very attentive person, right? So I noticed that things have an energy to it. Things move around you if you think in a certain way. Your house make noises when you think in a certain way, when you going through a certain thing. Like, I just noticed that things are attached to you. It's like you're a magnet. So I get being made in God's image. If you're truly made in God's image, his likeness, and out of his eternity, things are supposed to respond to you. Do you think God will show up on the scene and won't nothing respond? Won't nothing say nothing? If God showed up on the scene, every piece of grain of dirt you will see for itself. It will praise the Lord. So if you get this type of thinking, if you can make yourself know that you are the very same thing that God is, meaning you gotta be invisible. Because everything comes from the thought world. Everything comes from the imagination. You have to somehow make yourself be imagination. If you want to see, if you want your third eye open, if you want to communicate with what you call source, with what you call God, what you call energy, what you call your higher self, you're going to have to detach. I'm sorry. This is weight. This is giving up the ghost, giving up the skin, the flesh, being solid. If you just practice being imagination, if you just focus in the imaginative world, if you just focus behind the scenes, it comes forward. Things come forward. So, y'all, this book was one of those things. I wrote this book. Y'all, it didn't take me long to write the book. And when I went to sleep, I kept hearing KDP, KDP. Y'all, I don't know this stuff. I'm new to the scene, right? I go on Google, it's Kindle Direct Publishing. I mash a button and I read the directions. Y'all, this is my truth. I click on the thing that say pick a cover. I go through my phone, through my photos, because I like to take pictures of what I see so I can prove to y'all mofos what I be saying, for y'all people who like to be saying, this, you lying, you lying. No, baby. I got pictures to prove, because I see nature sit still. And I know how to take a picture and explain that picture. And explain what that picture is doing and what that picture is saying. It's my gift. So, this is what my book was supposed to be about. But y'all, the book went out. The picture picked itself. I don't have nothing to do with the cover. And I have several writings in my computer. It picked that book, and that book went on Kindle Direct Publishing. My phone went haywire. My laptop went haywire. It said I published stuff. Y'all, I panicked for almost 2 days because I had no idea what was out there. The book went itself, but it was the book. I got the pictures still. I didn't get to put the pictures in there. I didn't get to proofread the book. So, I don't bother that book. Every time I try to go near that book to try to correct that book, I get tingling in my fingers. I get hot hands. My hands start sweating. My body get hot. It's like my body start going through something. So I don't mess with that book. I don't touch the book. I don't try to correct the book. I understand spirit. When God wants something done a certain way, He wants it done a certain way. And I kept hearing my word go forth first. My word go forth first. So y'all can say, I don't know how to spell. I don't care. Y'all can say, I'm illiterate. I don't care. Because I didn't get to proofread the book. I didn't get to check the book. I don't even get to correct the book, if you see where I'm going with this. So, whatever I put out there is out there. It's in that book. And that's what that book wanted. So, I'm practicing now. I'm writing another book, y'all. And I'm going to try to have more control over the book before I even touch a computer, before I even pick up a phone, because these things got a mind of their own. Y'all, when that book went on there, I got 2 people to try to help me get that book out, to try to change it, to try to put the pictures in there, at least so I can explain what I was saying. I guess you gonna have to have a mind movie going on. God wants you to use your imagination with this book. But I have the pictures to prove what I'm saying in this book, and I was not allowed to put it in there. And y'all, when we tried to correct it, because remember, I didn't know what published. I didn't know what came out of my computer, y'all. It could have been some crazy stuff, right? It kept saying, oops, there's been an error. Check back later. Tell me that ain't that darn website messing with me. Oops, it's been an error. Check back later. And then when we check back later, the book, it says, now you are a published author. How I'm a published author? I didn't authorize nothing. I didn't publish nothing. So I don't advertise the book, y'all. I don't know if I have a right to advertise the book. I just know the book is out there. I check on it from time to time. It has not made any sales. So I think I'm making this video because I want to ask y'all, if you think you're doing something for God, is it okay if it don't work? Could it be that it's just your goodness that just went out? Could you be okay with knowing that you just did a good thing and maybe somebody will pick the book up and read it? Or maybe what you're doing is not meant for this moment. Maybe it's meant for 5 years from now. God is a future God. God sees things ahead of time way before we do. I might be dead and gone before somebody even pick that book up. I may be dead and gone before somebody even catch on to these videos that I be making, because trust me, these conversations are going to have to be had. You're gonna have to stop pretending like you don't see shit. You're gonna have to stop pretending like you don't have dreams. You're gonna have to stop pretending like you don't see stuff before it happens. You're gonna have to stop pretending like you don't hear voices inside of your head talking to you that aren't you speaking. You could be thinking about one thing and your thinking can be thinking a whole nother thing, y'all. I just slowed down and just start paying attention to my life living itself. Instead of me living my life, I've been a witness to my life actually living itself. And I guess I tell on life in this book. I tell about the stuff that done happened to me. But the name of the book is called Primordial Knowledge, Getting to Know Consciousness by Latasha Taylor. The only reason I'm speaking on the book today is because I go with my synchronicities. I checked my phone today and stuff that I done been on, websites I done been on. When I was in the process of writing this book, people was like, I can't wait to know what the name of your book gonna be. And people are asking me, did I finish the book? Did I actually write the book? So I'm telling people to the book now. Maybe this is the book's time, but y'all, I wrote that book in 2020. I wasn't stressed out. I wasn't really going through much. Nothing but like the usual stuff. I was going in and out of the hospital. I was just talking about my day, talking about what I see, talk about what happened to me, talk about how I got out of stuff, how I came over. I talk about my near-death experiences. But these words, and I also talk about how words come to me and talk to me, how I view words with personality and character traits, how I view words as us just without the flesh. A couch had to be something before it became a couch. A pillow had to be something before it became a pillow. It was a thought. It was in your imagination. It had to be formed. It had to be shaped. This proves faith. Faith is the evidence of the unseen things, the things hoped for, the things that you can't see. Faith is the evidence of it, right? So I don't want to alter anything. I don't want to mess up anything. I don't want to say I'm this and I'm that. I moved myself out of the way when it came to that book. And I think that's what we all need to learn how to do. I think we all came here to play a role. To do certain things, to lay certain things down, to create certain paths, to create ways to help the next people coming in, because you can't stay here forever, right? And I think you are who you are, and I don't think you wrong about who you are. And from what I can tell, and I'm not a psychologist, but from me dying so many times, from me coming back, from me seeing what's behind my eyes, from me walking around with another person's heart, for me being the way that I am, I think you actually came here to play a role. Like, you may be a woman and now you're in a man's body. Well, you know you're a woman. You feel like you're a woman. Everything about you that is about you says that you're a woman on the inside. But the role you came to play is a man. So you have to get comfortable and learn how to play that role of that man, to see what that man is going to be, what that man is supposed to do, what that man planned on doing when he came, when you said you would get in this body and you would play this role. And I think what's happening to a lot of us with the identity crisis is that we know who we are. Can't nobody tell you you're not who you are. And you know when you in the wrong place. You know when you around the wrong people. You supposed to know, because this is your knowing. But we came here to play roles. Like, I truly think that maybe I was my mother and my mother was me before. I truly think that my best friend that passed on could be now my son, and somehow we switch roles. My son has the same birthday as her. It's so many similarities. I think we are who we are, and you know who you are. Especially when you look in the mirror, you know who you are. I think that's why people alter their faces to look like certain things, certain beings, certain animals. But it's the consciousness that you carry that you're trying to see. The consciousness that you are is what you're trying to see. But that's not the role that you came to play. Like a man. You know you are a man in spirit, but you were placed in this woman's body. Now, you have to play the role of this man. Of course, you're going to be unhappy if you try to be you. Y'all, this is the way I'm viewing things. I'm not saying that, y'all, please, I'm no psychologist. But I'm thinking on altering. When you alter things and you just don't let things be. And so sometimes things have to take a life force of its own in order for it to be, because God got a plan. And if it's a plan, you can't do nothing about it. You can't change it if he wants things to be a certain way. Now, I feel sorry for people that feel trapped in the wrong body. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm a woman, but I swear I was a dude before. You can't tell me I don't have dude energy. I think like a man. I have ways like a man. I consider myself a tomboy growing up. But I think you play roles, and every time you come back, you're playing a role. So this role, I'm playing a woman. This role, I have children. This role, I'm somebody's wife. This role, I'm playing somebody with a heart problem. Somebody that had to have a heart transplant. Y'all, look at this movie. Look at this freaking movie. Have I wanted to jump ship? Do I know this ain't me? Do I know this ain't me? Yes, I do. I do. I know I'm not supposed to go through stuff like this because I'm still good. But my body don't say that. But in my mind I am. In my consciousness I am. In my spirit I am. I feel so freaking strong. But I gotta go along with what the body doing. So I'm making this body atone to me. Making this body tune to me. Because I'm the captain. I'm the actor. I'm the consciousness in here. And so this role can look right. So this role can be played out. I'm just going to be this woman with this heart issue. Which is a beautiful role to play if you had to play this role in a movie, y'all. Come on now. You get a heart transplant. You die a whole bunch of times. You go over to the other side. You see stuff. You come back. You don't come back the same every time you come back. You have visions. You have dreams. And growing up, you was S.A. as a child. Growing up, you saw angels and demons as a child. Growing up, you have a freaking story to tell. Growing up, you learn how to overcome. You learn how to be victorious. You learn how to climb over and not stay under. You got to grow up in this life form, in this body, in this realm, at this time. So what are you doing in this body, in this realm, at this time, with the role that you were given? Of course you're not who you are. You're God. You're higher thinking. You're higher consciousness. You are male and female. So trying to pick one gonna be confusing. Just roll with what you're given, y'all, and try to be the best role, be the best actor that you could be with the role that you was given. Because let me tell you what it does. If you don't alter anything, just think about this. If you don't alter anything, say you are that woman inside the man body. Say you are the man inside the woman body. You don't like your body parts. Well, what if you learn how to love them? What if you learn how to accept them? What if you learn how to play that role so good to the point where you can help somebody else play that role before they alter their body, before they chop on themselves, before they develop more health issues, more mental issues? It's okay with being just what you are. It's okay with feeling just the way you feel. You get to pick and choose a personality and a character trait every single day. You know why? Because you're spirit. You know why? Because you're invisible. You know why? Because you're hollow. Hallowed be thy name. You get to be whatever role you want to be. You could be nice. You could be sweet. You could be nice, nasty. You could be giving. You can be selfish. You could be a narcissist. You can be an encourager. You could be an uplifter. You could be a destiny robber. You could be a murderer. You could be a rapist. You know what I'm saying? You could be a person that send people back to glory. You could be a person that send people back to God. You could be a person that lead people back to the light. You could be a person that help a person be the best person that person can be without chopping on yourself, without altering yourself. I think it's trying to be a consciousness because we all practicing consciousness. Think about it. You pick and choose a consciousness every day. Your consciousness go in and out every day. Some of y'all lose consciousness. Hell, I don't never know what time it is. I don't never know what day it is. Sometimes I don't even know how I end up where I end up, y'all. Sometimes I think I'm quantum jumping. Sometimes I think I'm speeding up time. Sometimes I think I am living my future. Sometimes I think I'm living my past. See? You'll never know. So why not just be who you are in that avatar? Be that avatar. God that avatar. Because that avatar has a destiny. That avatar has a role. That avatar has a soul, and you agreed to be the guardian of that soul. Why you in there trying to alter that soul? Why you in there telling that soul that something is wrong with it? Why you in there telling that soul that it's not good enough? Because it's you. It's you before it's anybody else. Everybody else just adds on to what you already thinking and what you already believing about yourself. Do you know how many people can be helped if they could just know that they're okay with being who they are? Just don't alter yourself. Don't change yourself. If you was born a dog, can you be a cat? If you was born an elephant, can you be a lion? No. But what if you have a lion spirit inside of an elephant? You have to learn how to be the elephant. Because now the elephant has to be with the elephant. The elephant is the elephant. The elephant can only do what the elephants can do. The elephant looks crazy trying to be something else. The elephant is miserable trying to be something else. Trying to be what the lion is. You switched roles. You gave up the lion. Now you say, I'm going to be the elephant. Now you have to go roll with the punches. Y'all, I feel like I'm a whole bunch of people at so many different times. I've had like 5 blood transfusions. I'm walking around with somebody else's heart. If I have to go with the physical, I would lose my mind. It's too many identities. By now, if I be what I'm going through, I have too many identities to choose from. I can't pick one. So I'm being what I am, which is what I'm in this body, what I'm in this role to do. And I'm getting blessed to see where this woman is going. I'm getting blessed to see what this woman is really up to. I'm getting blessed to see what type of woman this is. And y'all, this was a hell of a woman. This is a hell of a woman. This is a hell of a human being to be disconnected to source, to be disconnected to the earth, to be disconnected to nature, to be blessed with an extra life, to be blessed to come back and give y'all these stories. I don't care if I'm a walk-in. I don't care if I have split personalities, but to be blessed, to be this. Do you know if I had to pick and choose, I would have to chop myself up. Y'all, I'm already chopped up. I'm already cut up. Why would I cut on myself some more? Okay, I'm a black sheep. That means it was something special put in me. Y'all, it's so much goodness in the black sheep. They have to be thrown into savage situations to see if they could be turned, to see if you could change, to see if you got a problem being a black sheep. If you got a problem walking around in your own skin, being who you are, why you gotta be a white sheep? Why you gotta look like the white sheep? Why you gotta walk like the white sheep? Why you can't create your own lane? Why you can't be in your own zone? Why you can't find other black sheeps to group up with and be with? Why do you gotta always try to fit in where you don't want to, where they don't want you? Where they don't want you. You were made this way because you was made this way. You're not a mistake. The mistake is thinking that something is wrong with you. The mistake is thinking that what they think about you, that's the mistake. The mistake is not giving yourself a chance. The mistake is downing yourself and telling yourself that you are nothing, that you aren't good enough, that you was born wrong, you in the wrong skin. That's like saying God made mistakes. You know, people come here with no arms. People come here with no legs. And they have to tell their story. They have to play that role. They don't get to switch out. Y'all, this is touching me for some reason. Because I see people hurting themselves. I see people actually altering themselves. I see somebody, I know somebody that I love so much. It's a man and feels like he's a woman. Not saying he's not a woman because he knows what he is, right? But the role he's playing is a man. And because the world cannot accept him for who he is, I'm watching him alter himself. I'm watching him chop on himself. I'm watching him add things to his body that shouldn't be there. I'm going to have to know that he's going to soon do away with this part. But guess what? Is he happy? Is she happy? You see what I'm saying? Still you won't know. Still you won't know. Then I asked him, her. I don't even know what to call him anymore. And it's so wrong to put other people in a position to fit a pronoun that you done picked out for yourself. When it's so many pronouns, y'all, you can get mad at me, dismiss me, I don't care. But it's wrong to the person that's looking at you. It's wrong to the person that's trying to respect what they see. They can't help that they don't know what you feel. They can't help that they don't know what's going on the inside. It's a personal battle. It's a personal battle. Y'all, we so stuck on what other people think about us and what other people got to say. Do you know people call me an abomination? They call me an abomination because I got transfusions. I got blood transfusions. They call me an abomination because I'm walking around with somebody else's heart. But I get to give praise. I get to be this beautiful woman. Why would I alter her? Why would I change her? And then when I ask my loved one, what look are you going for? He said, K. Michelle. Do you know K. Michelle don't even want to be K. Michelle? Do you know K. Michelle don't even like K. Michelle? Do you know K. Michelle going through things herself to make her accept herself? Do you know K. Michelle did things to alter her body because K. Michelle didn't like herself? Why we gotta look at somebody else and think this is the thing smoking? This is the best thing to be. This is what we need to be. This is how we should be. Why we so scared to be exactly what we are? And y'all, that book is exactly what it is. I have no idea what that book is. I don't know why that book did what it did. But I can't change the book. I'm not allowed to change the book. I'm not allowed to correct the book. I'm not allowed to alter the book. That book has a purpose for whatever that book has a purpose for, and it has nothing to do with me. The book is probably free. It was only $7, y'all. It was an ebook, and it is called Primordial Knowledge, Getting to Know Consciousness by Latasha Taylor. I hope it helps somebody. I hope this helps somebody. But changing the things, changing words, changing your body to fit a narrative, to fit another person's view. That book doing what that book want to do, ain't it? That book ain't worrying about no pictures. That book ain't even worrying about what picture is on the cover. That book has a purpose. That book has a plan. You are a book. You are a purpose. You have a plan. Don't alter the story. Write it out. See where this soul is going. See this soul's journey. Do you know if you could just not alter yourself and be yourself and help somebody else do the same thing, we would end a lot of this self-identity issue crap. You supposed to be different. We're switching out roles. You supposed to feel different. The climate change. It's so many negative attitudes and positive attitudes. Y'all, we're vibration. But I love you guys. Go get the book. Read the book. This was about the book. Don't change the words in your book. Don't alter the words in the book. Just ask your higher self, how can I understand this? How can I morph this into the new me? How can I integrate this into me, into being me? You disservice yourself when you alter yourself, when you change yourself. You'll never be in your real